Okay, so we've talked about point, we talked about low post, kind of our third kind of staple in our Princeton that we use is chin. And chin is kind of coming up. Chin was always described to me as a middle school offense that they use even in the pros. And so the whole preface of it is to, you know, basically to cut backdoor, but to kind of take advantage of a tough man-to-man team jumping to the basketball. And so we have our setup, like chin is our one instance where our five-man is not running to the rim, our five-man is not kind of set up at the block first. Our five-man or our inside player is going to be setting up at the elbow. And so this person needs to be a good screener. They've got to like screening, they can't be afraid of contact, but they've got to be good at it, all right? Because they also have to know there might be some screens that you miss, all right? You don't get there quickly enough, and so you just got to kind of let that guy go through and know that we can get to the next option, even if you miss that one screen. And so Tyler, come on up. So with a lot of Princeton stuff, our point guard has three options, right? He's come down the court and we're set up in our X's, we're set up at our X's, the two guards at the top, the two wings, our five-man is now at the elbow. And so our point guard has the opportunity now, he can pass the ball to his trailer, to the other guard, he can pass the basketball to the wing, he can pass the ball to the five-man. And when we call chin, if we just call chin and call nothing else, all three of those options tell the team what to do. There'll be times where we'll say we know we want to get to this version of it. So we'll call what we call chin strong, throwing it to the strong side, or we'll call chin five and throw it inside. But just the base action of chin is we get a quick reversal, all right? We'll hang on to the ball for a second. But the point guard's going to throw it to the two is going to throw it to the wing, all right? And then we're getting our first scoring option. Those two quick passes, they're chest passes, they're happening quickly, all right, because we're trying to get to our first layup. And so off of Twan's first pass to the trailer, to Streeter, Tyler's going to set up and set his first back screen. And so off of that back screen then, Twan is cutting right down to the opposite block, and we're getting this layup. And this is something that, you know, as 11 years as a head coach, and even when I was playing as a player, this is something that we have gotten, I don't even know. This is the basket that we've made the most in my 11 years. And just this simple action. We call this PassPassThrow It. But if your players are ready to go, if they're cutting quickly, and if that wing can fire that basketball, then you're going to get this layup over and over. So let's just show that very quickly. Point guard reverse it, pass, catch, up, shot. Okay, let's reset. So to continue that, obviously you're not going to get it every single time. So if Twan doesn't catch it in chin, whatever X you start at the top of the key, you're going to end up on the opposite side. So you always cut through opposite. So Twan is going to, once he passes the basketball, he's going to end up over on the opposite corner and then move up. Chin is a continuity. It's something that you can do over and over and over again. Obviously in college we got the 30-second shot clock, so we run it a couple times through and then we get to kind of our next action. In high school, this could be what you use with no shot clock. This could be what you use to use some clock. This could be something that you use. You could tell your team, let's run this through 3 or 4 or 5 times because we know we're going to either get a layup or a wide open 3 at the top of the key because the defense will break down eventually. And so on this reversal, hold up a sec, so Twan is cutting to the basket. Streeter is going to set up his guy, set up his man-to-man defender, because once again, in man-to-man defense, you don't want somebody to cut in front of you. And so Streeter is going to set him up. Streeter is going to pass the ball to Nolan and pretend that he's cutting to the basket. And so as a defender, the defender is going to stop him. Off of that cut, after Tyler steps up and set his back screen, he's going to come over and set a flare screen. And so let's just simulate that. Let's throw the ball to Streeter at the top of the key for the three-point shot. Excellent. Good. Let's reset. So if we don't get those two options, all right, we talk a lot about our X's and getting to your X's. And so we reverse the basketball. Nolan has looked for Twan to get a layup. He has looked for Streeter to get that flare 3. Now let's say that Tyler's defender, all right, went low with Twan. Tyler's defender is the one who took away the layup because he was playing help, and then Twan's defender recovered. Streeter's defender is going to go over the top of the flare, right? Teams will go over the top of the flare, they'll take away that three-point shot. So then after Tyler sets his flare, we're going to have him step in here to this elbow area, get this pass for Nolan, and then shoot this little elbow jumper right here. Pass, pass, look at your layup, look at your flare, step in, shot. Excellent. Okay, let's reset. So we talked about this being a continuity, all right? Those are kind of the three options. Well, I guess the fourth option would always be to throw that skip pass, right? You get all of this action. You have 4 players on one side of the court for a second. You have hopefully 4 defenders, and your opposite defender is maybe down inside, right? The ball has been reversed to the wing, and so DJ's defender is in good man-to-man help defense. He's down here inside, and so then you're maybe looking at that skip pass there. But let's go back to the top. So the continuity part of it and getting to your X's. So once again, let's reverse the basketball. Twan sets, we get the back screen, it's not there. We get the flare screen, it's not there. We get the slip, it's not there. So now we're going to dribble up. Nolan is going to dribble to his X. DJ is going to sprint up to his X. Twan's going to get to his X. Streeter's going to get to his X. So then everybody is now back to their X's, and we're back into the same action. Nolan's going to reverse the basketball, get his back screen. DJ's going to reverse, get his flare, cutting on through, looking up. And so then the continuity part of this, Streeter can dribble up, Twan can get up, Tyler resets, and we got every single option open. Quick reversal. Can we get this layup? Can we get this flare 3? Can we get this slip? If it's not there, we dribble up to the top of the key, and you can continue in this for as long as you want to if you don't have a shot clock.